What's up, it's Mike, and I gotta be honest, I'm a huge fan of water. One could even say it's my favorite drink. Recently, it's been getting a bit stale for me, however, but I still really enjoy the taste. So to spice things up, over here, I got some pepper water. The main ingredients, you ask? Pepper and water. Let's give it a taste. Tastes great.
It sounds like I'm complaining a lot.
And trust me, I am.
You can tell the stark difference straight from the beginning of the games.
Is the difference in look between the two Galaxy games a personal preference thing? Of course, can't you see I hate the color blue?
So Galaxy 2 and Galaxy 1 have a lot in common. So do me and my child, Big Whoop. But what are the actual differences between the two?
None that I can tell.
It works like, and every gaming reviewer say it with me, the world map from Super Mario Bros. 3.
There it is!
Starship Mario, which is just a giant replica of Mario's face.
No, I'm no rocket scientist, but something tells me the design of this starship isn't exactly aerodynamic. I was right! 10 out of 10.
There it is again!
What's up, it's Mike, and we got a bit of a situation on our hands. I did try to use colorful language to fix it, but it doesn't work. See? Usually I have several solutions in the event of all color disappearing, but I'm running out of options. And before you ask, yes, I did try and god damn it. That's totally okay though, as I have one more option that has never failed me in these type of scenarios. Granted, this type of scenario has never happened before, but I'm pretty sure my solution won't fail. Hopefully.
Sega also decided to delist some Sonic games that didn't do the best with critics to try to increase the value of the Sonic brand before the release of their next big game. And by some Sonic games, I mean all of them, minus the one with the funny looking big dog.
I thought Clifford was red.
After starting a new game, you get instantly thrown into the first world, that being Tropical Resort.
Where's Green Hill Zone?
Speaking of Act 1, let's talk about some of the levels in Sonic Colors.
Find a smoother transition, I dare you.
The level design in combination with some of the set pieces make for this game having some crazy good levels. Something I would also mention is even though it's called a 3D Sonic game, there are a lot of 2D sections.
Guys, I finally found some!
And the transitions between the 2D sections and the 3D sections are buttery smooth, so no big complaints from me. Wait, hold up, my bad. I lied. I do have one complaint about the 3D sections.
Uh-oh.
The pink wisp turns you into a ball and
how did they know?
the blue wisp turns Sonic Colors into Geometry Dash.
Is this Sonic Adventure 3? Talking about Sonic Colors for more than 10 minutes also happened to be the last resort to restoring color to my world. So let's see what happens. Oh boy, I only have to talk about Sonic Colors 10 million more times! What's up, it's Mike, and I have just a small question to ask you. Have you ever just felt the weight of reality crash over you when you realize you're one tiny grain of sand amongst trillions of other grains, amongst a billion beaches, across a billion worlds, across a trillion different galaxies inside of our universe? Have you also ever wondered what this has to do with Crash Bandicoot? Well, I did say Crash somewhere in there.
Let me be straight with you.
Because usually I'm curved.
Speaking of which, why is the Nintendo Switch eShop so bad? Why does it run so poorly? Why does it have so much shovelware? And why is there no music? Considering all the music the Wii U eShop had, and considering the now legendary status of the Wii Shop channel's music, I don't think it would be too much of an ask.
And those are my thoughts on the Switch eShop. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Yeah? Uh-huh. What? What do you mean that's not what I was talking about? Huh? An orange rat?
Hey guys, and welcome to my first ever MikeSpike top 10 video, and in this video, we'll be ranking my top 10 least favorite things of all time. Whether you agree or disagree with this list, I couldn't care less. In the number 10 spot, we have life itself, and in the number 9 spot, we have Crash 1's camera. In the number 8 spot, we also have Crash 1's camera, and what's number 7 will really shock you.
I'm sorry, I just really hate this camera.
But I did actively try to break every box I could find, not only because breaking them is so much fun, but also so I can save Crash's back from the wrath of God. Oh, these boxes will stop. Any minute now. Any minute now. Any minute now. Any second now. Something that just isn't fun to play through though are these boss fights. Just look at this. I know it's low-hanging fruit, but the other ones like Donkey Kong's Australian brother here aren't much better. And that was the first Crash Bandicoot game on the N-Sane trilogy. Now after experiencing the Tangerine Time that is Crash, let's finally answer the question I brought up earlier. Does this game hold up? Well, What's up? It's Mike. And today we'll be talking about something truly horrifying. Something that'll send shivers down your spine. Something that'll make your bones quake. That's right. Today, on this dark and gloomy night, we're talking about licensed games. What better license to talk about than Scooby-Doo? Well, Ghostbusters would have been a good option. Or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Or Scooby-Doo, a franchise so massive with so many moving parts that it would literally be impossible for me to do it justice. Thank God that was on my to-do list for today. As they appear to be made back-to-back from one another by One Taurus Games, a developer whose only slight reputation appears to be releasing mediocre licensed games. And let me tell you, I'm expecting some great things from the developers of Shrek, Smash, and Crash Racing. I love the transition from the menus to the first cutscene of the game, and I don't really have any feelings towards how the Mystery Inc. gang look. They just look fine, and...
Wow, a little on edge?
Sorry, Velma. Like we haven't eaten since the snack after lunchtime snack.
Shaggy?
No way, did I just... Oh no... Yep, that's right. Not even 2 minutes into the game and there's this pretty awful canned laugh track. And I hope you like it now, because not only will you be hearing it way too much in the cutscenes over pretty crappy jokes, but you get to hear it in-game too.
Red, yellow. Oh, he's gone, Scoob. Like a phantom.
You can't escape it. You just never know when it'll... Jesus Christ! Well, if that isn't the perfect start to any game, especially the start to the 4th official Scooby-Doo game to use a laugh track, I don't know what is. What I didn't know going into Scooby-Doo First Frights, and what eventually started to haunt me, was the discovery that this out of all of the games out there, this out of all of the games I've ever played before, was the most repetitive game I've ever touched. Trust me, it's scarily bad. It's horrifyingly bad. It's all the other synonyms for the word scarily. What, do I look like a thesaurus to you? What makes it even worse is that if you just use a ranged character, such as Shaggy or Velma, you literally don't even have to touch the control stick because all of the ranged characters have this extremely heavy aim assist. So all you have to do is sit there and mash the B button and the enemies will never touch you. So take that extremely monotonous gameplay loop, multiply that by 14, and you got yourself a horrifyingly appropriate Scooby-Doo game. Trust me, the boss fights are essentially the same way, except sometimes you have to move. Whoa, Taurus game, slow down there. Don't throw too many game mechanics at me. This game was just an absolute slog to get through, and I think this game as a whole was best summed up by this footage of me beating the final boss by barely moving an inch, just mashing the B button. First Fright's beat-em-up sections have as much depth as a kiddie pool, and while going into this my expectations were very low, what I got was somehow lower than that. As I played through through this game, I prayed to any god that would listen to me that would make this game better as it goes on. But nope, not even Zeus had my back this time. First Frights doesn't change from the first level to the very end. Basically, all of First Fright's set pieces are reserved for these chase levels, which involve you running away from some giant thing. And I gotta be honest, I only remember the robot one because robots are cool as heck. I can tell that these were put in to help add some variety to the game, but there's one major flaw with these chase levels that absolutely break them open. If you happen to fall through a gap, instead of punishing you by making you reset the stage or something to add a little bit of challenge to the game instead rewards you for falling into a hole by placing you further up than you were when you fell in. And due to that fact, you can literally fall in holes the entire stage and actually beat it faster than if you just played through it normally.
I know. It sounds like I'm coming up with this, but trust me, I could come up with this if I tried. So let's see what Scooby-Doo and the Spooky Swamp has to offer.
Well, right off the bat, this game's framerate gives up within the first 15 seconds, which A, has gotta be a new world record, and B, is a lovely sign for things to come. After the opening cutscene with an even worse laugh track than the last game,
Is dude win?
we get into this game and wow, this is actually pretty interesting. The opening area feels a lot more, well, open, and the first level follows suit, and I can appreciate this change of direction. They did end up getting rid of the double jump though, which wasn't great in the game prior, but I don't think this was the best solution to the problem with that. Let's get into the gameplay though, and it mainly consists of standing still in small rooms and mashing the B-button. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not playing this game.
And that was an extremely anticlimactic ending to this look at the Scooby-Dooology for the Wii. And no, I don't care if Scooby-Doo and the Spooky Swamp gets better. I'm not talking through 5 more hours of awful beat-em-up gameplay to find out. I knew I should have talked about Ghostbusters, man. I heard the NES game was pretty good. What's up? It's Mike, and man, I'm just not feeling too good right now. I feel like there were a lot of things weighing me down. Well, the primary one is gravity. Oh man, maybe watching the news will take some of the pressure off.
You're watching Newton News, the new news station related to Newton's laws of motion. Before we get into the actually important breaking news that affects most of our viewers, let's actually remind our viewers what Newton's first 3 laws of motion are.
Sounds good. Hey, wait a sec.
First off, we've got Newton's first law of motion, which states that an object at rest will stay at rest, and an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. The easiest example of this is if you watch my favorite sport, hockey. Oh, I just think they scored a goal.
I'm more of a golf guy myself.
Next up, we've got Newton's second law, which has all these Egyptian hieroglyphics related to it. Basically, it states that the acceleration is equal to all the forces acting upon you divided by your inertial mass. If you want me to explain all of that, I don't get paid enough to do that.
Yeah, I think I understand what's going on here.
And anyways, next up is Newton's third law, and that... Actually, we're gonna go into our breaking news report now.
Oh, I don't care about that. Just tell me about Newton's third law.
In today's top story, there's a group of ninjas going around to people's houses and asking them about Newton's third law, killing them if they don't comply.
Uh-oh.
The ninja group is garnering an extremely negative reaction with no positive one in sight.
Well, duh. Anyways, I should be fine. I'm the 3rd house down in the neighborhood. No one would think to attack that.
We have an update to this news story. The group of murderous physics ninjas has recently been sighted heading down to the 3rd house in the neighborhood.
Son of a...
Now let's continue with our discussion of Newton's laws. Where were we?
Quick, just remind me what Newton's third law is.
Oh yeah, we were on Newton's third law, which was...
Oh, am I really gonna get done in by the stupid movie trope of the power going out right before the main villains show up?
You.
Oh, well, I am me.
You shut up and tell us. What's Newton's third law?
Oh, wait.
The ninja group is garnering an extremely negative reaction with no positive one in sight.
I do know what Newton's third law is. It's for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Correct. But not soon enough.
Oh, so you do know what Newton's third law is.
Well, I did only say it 350 words ago.
Sorry, I was busy looking cool.
Happens to the best of us. But hey, can you manage to get out of my house?
Oh, sorry. Have a nice day.
Oh, well, that was easier than anticipated. Well, that was slightly inconvenient. But anyways, I hope I don't have any more science-related snafus tonight.
Welcome back to Newton News, and we've got some new news for you. After the unceremonious defeat of the Newton's Ninjas by MikeSpike, a new gang called the Archimedes' Assassins is here to take revenge.
Oh, come on! What did Archimedes even do? What's that? What's up? It's Mike, and boy, do I just love Thanksgiving and everything that it stands for. Taking time away from friends and family, eating those delicious dinner rolls, and don't even get me started on sweet potato. But there's one thing that I think truly encompasses the whole meaning of Thanksgiving. That one thing being Donkey Kong. What, did it look like I stuttered?
The King of Swing has been a gaming industry icon since his first bout with Jumpman back in arcades in the yesteryear of 1981, and has since then only been beaten about 3 more times, brought us the best Game Boy game ever, and that's objective fact, do not test me, and has had a whole phrase coined after him.
Don't worry guys, I'm gonna get there too. Perfect.
Oh, and this isn't really a big deal or anything, but Donkey Kong also spawned one of the most critically acclaimed series of 2D platformers of all time, that being the Donkey Kong Country series. Except for this one.
I only have 3 questions surrounding Kiddy Kong. Who, what, and why? Actually, throw in a how for good measure.
So Donkey Kong's been around the video game block for a while, and while the original Donkey Kong trilogy's developers Rare stopped working on the series for obvious reasons.
Oh no!
It never felt good to roll or really do anything in this game while shaking the Wii remote, and at the same time it made you look like a jackass, which isn't fun to say the least.
Oh, this isn't what it looks like, I swear.
Retro Studios were at the grindstone, working on the next big entry in the series, which was exposed to the universe in Nintendo's 2013 E3 Direct as Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which was then released on February 21st, 2014 on the Wii U.
Dang man, that sentence was doing so good up until the last 4 letters.
Okay, it didn't only release on the Wii U, it got ported to Switch with a supposed quote-unquote new funky mode. But I already had it on Wii U, and I don't really have $60 on me right now, so Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on Wii U. So the big bad Kongster is celebrating his birthday with his 2 friends and his grandpa. Kiddy Kong is absent, which already makes this better than Donkey Kong Country 3.
Oh, I've been waiting the past 4 minutes to give Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze this award. It's not every day you get called better than Donkey Kong Country 3.
And it doesn't stop there. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze also solves my biggest issue with the Wii U console, by essentially making the entire gamepad a useless brick, minus the use of its buttons.
What's next? Is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze gonna do my taxes?
But the controls are so good underwater too that they, dare I say this, make the water levels fun.
Oh yeah, I should be surprised that this comment was the one that started the end of the world. So you know how I said I really like the underwater controls? That doesn't give Retro Studios an excuse to make an entire boss fight underwater that has like 17 phases and a bajillion health. Who thought this was a good idea?
For the most part, I've been extremely positive towards this game, but there's one big issue that I have to get out of the way. That issue being these load times. The ones loading into stages aren't too offensive for the most part. They just don't look that great when they obviously stutter. But the ones you have to sit through to get into the game itself are pretty horrendous. They're not even this bad in the original Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii.
Alright, now that that's getting loaded up, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go, grab a sandwich, start a family or something. Hey guys, just got back from starting that family. I have my son here and... Game is still loading, son of a... But what if I told you there was an even better 2D platformer in the same series? Now this is level design. Oh thank God, a normal time to wake up.
And to me, nothing and no one represents this season more than Wario. A greedy, mean, soulless man who's out for no one but himself and only cares about money.
You know, like Christmas?
I said Wario's a side character, but it turns out he's actually just a bit bigger than that, considering he has 2 full series of games to call his own.
Can't say that about God.
The only exception to the WarioWare craze? Well, if it isn't everyone's favorite failure, the Wii U.
Does Virtual Console count? Cause I sure as hell ain't counting Game & Wario.
And I've been following since its start, so let me give you a little rundown on how the series works.
I'm wearing Wario. Get this, the games are actually even smaller.
Which has this unique Game Boy Advance cartridge that enables gyro controls.
Does this look like fun to you?
Hey, sir. Could you please spare me a game?
For Christmas? Don't you want food?
Yeah, food's cool and all, but like, can I please get a game?
You know what? Fine. Man, maybe this Christmas thing just isn't that cool after all. I mean, the games on my desk just look funny now. Can't say I didn't do anything for him. You know, the more I talk about Wario, the more I empathize with Wario. And you know what? I want to be just like Wario. I want to be greedy and selfish and mean and a horrible person and fat. We're gonna get there. Oh, what's this for?
I love this game. Now, Mike, you might say, love is a strong word. And my response to that is any word can have enough muscle mass if they work out for long enough.
Hey, Mike.
What do you want? I'm busy talking about WarioWare.
Except for the title. Again, WarioWare Inc. period, colon, Mega Micro Games, exclamation mark. Might as well slap on an LLC and a couple of trademark signs. It always looks so weird typed out too, and I'm not surprised coming from the company who thought the Wii U was a good enough name for one of their mainline consoles.
Do I look like I'm made out of time to you?
Well, you are still using this time to talk about a relatively small sub-series of Nintendo games.
Fair point.
To Mona's story where she's late to work and on the way decides to commit several crimes including speeding and flipping over dozens of cop cars.
Sounds like average Nintendo to me. I'm gonna be here for another hour and 9 seconds at this rate.
I mean, what else do you have to do?
I don't know. Go through some people's walls or something?
That's pretty important.
It's the perfect game for handhelds and definitely one of the best GBA games ever made. The best game ever made though? Fuck no.
It's me, the ghost of Christmas present, and I got a present for you.
Thanks?
Sure, I had Super Mario Odyssey and, what, Bouncy Bob that tied me over for a while.
That's like saying there's a difference between Dr. Mario and Mario. The only actual difference is the amount of debt they're in.
Oh yeah, I got an appointment with those guys later tonight.
Oh, that's neat. Wait, does that mean they're real? Oh yeah? Well, I have this totally real contract here saying that I need to talk about WarioWare Get It Together, and I have a lot of money riding on it. Hey, can you get a gum stick with 99 cents?
You shouldn't just talk about things because you want to make money. You should talk about them because you have fun doing it, and you love doing it.
Hey, how much love equals a cent? Who are you?
The one and only, the ghost of Christmas future.
You're a bit skinnier than I remember from the Mickey Mouse special.
I get that a lot. Comes from the workout routine. Merry Christmas! And this is a thanks for all those Yelp reviews. Don't forget about my LinkedIn, too.
Thanks, guys. What's up? It's Mike, and I can't wait to talk about something I actually want to talk about. Guilty Party on Wii! This game blows!